So is it true? Is it true? Is it true? Is it true that Muhammad, right, Muhammad of the Mohammedans of Islam said something about the Ethiopian and raisin head, and raisin, black people got raisin head. What does this mean, raisin head? Raisin head. Okay, let me look right here. Could this be the raisin head right here? Head Ethiopians. Look at this. Look at that. Raisin head Ethiopians. Yeah, raisin head. Okay, first, the citation. Let's go to citation right here. Boom, there we go. This is from ex-Muslim Hadith of the day, number 340. It's Sahih al-Bukhari, right? This is Sahih. It's not da'if. It's not weak, but it's a strong one. That's what that means right there. That means it's like legitimate, it's official hadith, right? Sahih al-Bukhari, 696. So here, narrated by Anas bin Malik, right? Their prophet said to Abu Dar, right? Listen and obey your chief, even if he is an Ethiopian with a head like a raisin. Okay, now this is classed as Sahih, right? That means it's original. This is authentic, right? So here, their prophet said to Abu Dar, is that ants? I'm not too sure right there, but here's what he said: listen and obey your chief, because many of the so-called pale red white Arabs, the Esau Edomite breed right there, many of them, they hated the fact that their prophet Muhammad made Bilal as like a chief, right? So he was said to have said this, and this is what they believe: listen and obey your chief, even if he is an Ethiopian. And a Kushi, an Ethiopian with a head like a raisin. Class as Sahih, right, by al-Bukhari. Now, as we always knows, actually the pale red Mohammedans, and the Arabs who think they're white, the white Arabs, or the Esau connection. Stay tuned for that right there. That this is crazy, right? Even if a head like a raisin, what does a head like a raisin mean? A shrunken raisin, a shrunken head. This is a shrunken head. Is that what it means? Like shrunken head, shrunken raisin head, right? And elsewhere, the translators will be like, even if he is black with a head like a raisin. But actually, in the authentic, if he is an Ethiopian. So here it's signaling out the Ethiopian, right? The Ethiopian. So what's underlined right there, we need to look at this right here. So what does this mean, Chabarim? What does this mean? Head like a raisin. So I began to start to look and said, okay, is this a head like a raisin? What was Muhammad thinking? Ethiopian, black, head like a raisin, right? Is this the head like a raisin? His head like a raisin. Does it mean shrunken head? They have the thing at those circuses, the circus. You know what I mean? The circus of a cult that people are dealing with. We got to wake them up. Stay tuned. Also, did the Mohammedans lie to the Ethiopians? Right? But this one right here, the Ethiopian head like a raisin. Is what I mean, head like a raisin? Okay, that looks kind of raisiny. Head like a raisin. Head like a raisin. That's what Muhammad said. Oh, okay, you get the idea. So maybe he wasn't saying shrunken headed. God, the Ethiopians have shrunken heads, but they're here, the blacks, the so-called Africans, the pseudonym Africans. Look, this is raisin. Look at a bunch of raisins. Look at this right here. Raisins, raisin, right? Should have done a split screen, right? Okay, Chabarim, check this out. Raisins like a red, like Malcolm X. Malcolm X was called Detroit Red, because he was red, and his hair looked like that right there. If it was uncombed, Remember back in the days, if your hair was uncombed, it's like they used to say peasy headed. How many of y'all from that generation? right? Generation X, you know, and Generation X, we remember that, right? The X generation, the peasy head. Don't you go out there having no peasy head. Peasy head, maybe they had heard something about what Muhammad said, the Ethiopian. He says, obey your chief, even if his head, right? His head is not like Esau, you know, Esau. It's not like the pale red Arabs, you know, not like them. But if it's as what? Like a raisin, right? Like a raisin. 8 amazing benefits of black raisins. Uh-oh. Oh, Muhammad, think about this. For skin, for hair, and health. Raisin, right? Raisin headed, right? Peasy headed, right? Peasy, raisins. I guess they had a lot of raisins over there, so they knew what raisins. Maybe they had so many peas. We had peas over here, and that became the how can we say, that became the kind of a byword, like for black head, peasy head. But raisins are mad beneficial. Just check it out right there. Raisins are good, you know, especially if they're natural, organic as well. 12, I'll give you 12 here. Pause to take a screenshot of this right here. 12 incredible benefits, health benefits. Health is the most vital wealth. This was interesting. When I saw this brother's head right here, I was like, wow, look at this. This is really like, you know, remind me of even my own locks, you know, at certain times or from time to time. Right here. That's the peasy head. This is more variation of what to the so-called Mohammedan mind, right? This is how we look to them. Right? This is how we look to them. Look at this right here, peasy headed. Look at that right there, peasy headed. All right, peasy headed. Now, right, the peasy, this brings out the mad peasy or raisin headed. Right? Obey your chief, even if he is an Ethiopian and with a raisin, and his head is like a raisin. Isn't this interesting? Raisin headed. I liked her picture too, especially as it brought out her picture here, especially. Let's see if we can zoom in on this. Here we go, right here. You can see it clear. It's almost like the other picture we showed you a little bit earlier. Can you see the raisin? Can you see the raisin? Is this what Muhammad was looking at? All right, uh-oh. All right, okay, we went into Egypt. We went into Egypt and the wigs and all that. But raisin headed, just want to show a little something right here. All right, a little here. All right, peasy headed. Now, when we look at some of the archaeology, this is the next level of it. Look at some of the archaeology, because some of us have been identifying, you know, for lack of a better word, black people, generally speaking, black people. I know some people like the African, you know, the African byword. There's political fiction, you know, political fiction. You know, the Middle East is a political fiction. The Middle East never existed before the First and the Second World War, right? Before the Second World War is when this whole Middle East terminology became popular, Middle East. There's no such thing as Middle East. Well, we said the Midwest, right? The Middle West, okay, we're going to have to seal this up. Low on power right here. But can you see clearly?